Good evening, Henry.
Hi, teacher.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, well, Henry, tonight
Can
I
you
will
tell me?
assess your oral performance. So I will ask you to please use the same link to join at hold on a second. We- at 9 a.m. please.
So the same link at night.
Yes, Henry, please.
Okay, miss. Okay.
I will just ask you some questions about your future plans to assess your oral performance for the midterm.
Okay, miss.
And yeah, so we will talk at 9, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Henry.
Bye-bye.
Good evening, Hugo.
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening, Juan Pablo. Well, I had to change the link, so that's why that we are using this new one. I was telling Henry that tonight I'm going to assess your oral performance. So I will ask each one of you to join the encounter at a different time. To use this link to join the encounter, but at a different time. So I will start with Hugo, and I will ask Mayra to join the encounter at 8:30, and I will ask Juan Pablo to join the encounter at 9:15, because this is an individual assessment, right? And what I will do is just to ask you a couple of questions about your future plans for the oral midterm, right? In addition, I want to know if you already took your midterm test. If you haven't, if you can do it tonight. If not, let me know, so uh, I will change the deadline for tomorrow night. Okay, so who has not uh, taken the midterm test yet?
Teacher, I know yet.
Okay, and can you take it today, or can you want to take it tomorrow?
It's possible tomorrow. Yes,
Okay,
it's
so
better.
any of you, I mean, if any of you has not taken the test, I will change the deadline for tomorrow, the latest. And so I will ask Mayra to leave the room and join in 15 minutes, so at 8:30. And Henry and Juan Pablo, please also leave the chat and join again, Juan Pablo at 9:15 and Henry at 9. Okay,
Okay, miss.
thank you very much. Henry? Okay, good. So please let's start by telling me about your day. What did you do today?
Um, my day, teacher. Mm, I working. I working in my house, and also I help myself to his homeworks.
Uh, you have just one son, right? Or you have another two?
No, only one.
Only one son. So is he studying online?
Yes. They are. leading activities on the Google platform, Classroom is name,
Yes.
and every day there are one or two activities depending of the signatures.
Yes.
So I explain to him, and then he does the homework.
Okay. And what did you guys study today? Maths, science, history.
Now today he had English activity, the
Uh-huh.
the colors. He draw a rainbow,
Uh-huh.
and colored color with the English name of each color in the rainbow. And other activity, uh, reading comprehension activity. They are reading a book, and, and it's necessary to sumar, excuse me, teacher, resumir,
Summarize.
summarize, yes, summarize some chapters.
Okay. So today you studied with him Spanish and English.
Yes.
Okay. So it's just two subjects, two different subjects every day.
Uh, some days is only one,
What course is he in?
second grade.
Okay. It's not that difficult.
No.
Good. And what about your wife? What did she do today?
My wife is also self-employed, but she works with clinic and no, with hospitals
Uh-huh.
on quality topics or issues.
Yes.
Issues. I don't know
Issues?
how to say it's better. Topics or issues?
Issues.
Issues. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Or on quality issues. The hospital need mm, permission or authorization from the health secretary in Bogota, and
Uh-huh.
she works on those issues,
Issues.
issues.
Exactly. And how does she do that online?
Mm, um, encounters, virtual encounters,
Yes.
meetings, um, mm,
Does she have to ask for specific documents?
yes, but I don't know.
Okay. And what about your job? What you have to do?
Um, I work as a self-employed too, and I work on quality management,
Management?
management, and regulatory affairs for medical devices, medical equipment. In Colombia, the medical devices are regulated by INVIMA, and the companies that import or manufacture must comply with quality standards that
Uh-huh.
INVIMA says. So I consult them on those quality standards.
So you are both working for the health area, which is
Yes.
what we need right now in the world.
Excuse me, teacher?
That's what we need right now in the world to
Ah, yes.
get of the health area.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good. Well, Hugo, I told you that I was going to ask you about your plans for the future, so I would like to know if you have thought about next year regarding what might happen uh, concerning your studies, concerning your family, concerning the place where you live, or any trip that you have planned with your family.
Okay. I hope to continue like this, working to self-employed and, and continue study English. And mm,
How long do you think it's gonna take you to graduate from the bachelor?
I think I will graduate in 20, 2022.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I hope.
Okay, so in about 2 years.
Yes.
All right. And have you ever thought about what you would like to do when you graduate?
Yes, teacher. I, I, mm, I will be teacher for adults people, in a virtual environment.
Uh-huh.
And I'm also interested in translation. And I would like to become an official translator. I don't know if I can. And I'm interested in technical translation because I have another undergraduate degree in engineering.
Engineering,
Engineering, yes.
system engineering.
No, biomedical engineering.
Okay, great. Have you ever thought about living some time or going abroad to experience like the culture of an English speaking country?
Mm, I would like, but but uh, it's it's so expensive. I I don't have the money now. Maybe in the future, yes.
Okay, maybe in the future, if you plan if you plan to do something like that, you could probably try with some uh, teaching vacancies in other countries. So, well, in other countries, there are programs that allow you to teach and also take your family with you. So it could be a possibility. But it's
Yes,
not online. Well, it's not online, but because you have to teach face to face in schools or universities, but it's an option.
yes. If I travel, I must be with my family.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. Okay, Hugo. Thanks a lot. I will upload the feedback of your oral test tonight at about 11 p.m.
Okay, teacher. I know that I must improve my communication, my speech, and sometimes I have to think a lot about the correct word and the correct grammatical order. Uh, but I study in, in that case.
I think you have improved anyway because I was your teacher during your basic level. So I think you have improved. So you have just to continue practicing.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Yeah. Hugo, don't forget that tomorrow is the deadline. So I will change the deadline so you can take the final. Well, not the final, the midterm.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hugo. Have a good night.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye. Hi, Leonardo.
Hello, teacher.
Nice to have you in the encounter.
Okay, teacher.
Did you talk to your classmates?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm assessing your oral performance for the midterm tonight. So
Yes.
that's why I established I established a schedule to meet you guys for the assessment.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so I guess, did you talk to Mayra? Okay, Mayra is here.
Yes, to Mayra and my nurse.
Okay, so let's do something. I will assess Mayra right now, and I will ask you, Leonardo, to join at 8:45.
Okay. Yes. See you at 8:45.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
Leonardo. Bye bye.
Thank
Right.
you, Leo.
Okay, no problem.
Good, Mayra. So please start by telling me about your day. How did you start?
Well, I woke up at 7. Is the time that we start working. So I woke up at 7 and I went straight to the computer to log in a platform that we are working on. Then I had breakfast and I prepared breakfast for my son. And then from 8 to 11:40 in the morning, I work. So I was with the kids in some classes, some English classes and other classes. As a homeroom teacher, I have to be there and be the host in all the Zoom meetings um, until 2:30. Then we had a meeting with the coordinators. And then I finished my work day, yeah, like at 3:30. And then, well, the things with my son, like play a little bit with him and prepare material for tomorrow's class.
All right. What platform are you using to teach your classes?
We are using Google Classroom and Zoom for the classes.
All right. And what type of activities do you use? Because you have to teach preschool students, right?
Yeah, we prepare some activities at school last week, like word search or matching activities. And during the encounters with videos that we did, reading books, songs too. Like something very like fun for the kids. Dancing also, they like that.
I see. And what about your son? He's also like 3 years old, something like that, right?
Yeah, so he's here because he's not going to school either. But I told my son's teacher that I'm not able to to do all the activities that she sends. Impossible. So I'm working with him, but not with the activities that she has sent because there are too many activities. He's 3 years old and he has a book like with 100 pages to work. So that's
Okay.
too much.
And so how do you do, or how do you take care of your son in the morning while you are busy with your work and your classes?
Yeah, no, thanks God my husband is on vacation.
Uh-huh.
Well, like mandatory vacation
Uh-huh.
because his company, he works for Studio F. That company is closed. So all the employees are on vacations. So he's taking care of him in the morning.
Okay, well, that's good that you are with him so he can take care of your son while you work.
Yeah. Thanks God.
Okay. Well, Mayra, I told you I was going to ask you a couple of questions about your future plans. So I will ask you, or I would like to know if you have plans by the time you finish your studies, by the time you graduate, you get your bachelor degree.
I do. Well, I have like maybe three different like plans. Maybe one is like a trip that we want to do. Well, my husband has family in Spain, so well, with all this situation, we want to go there because thanks God he has family there. So I mean, we don't have to pay for the hotel, only the tickets. So we are saving money for that, like more than 10 million to go there. But we want to travel before having another baby. We want to travel like the two of us and our son, and he will be like big enough to maybe remember the trip. So we
Mm.
want, that is like a plan that we want to do.
So
'Cause
when do you think you could finish your studies?
well, I hope that in December 2000 next year, 2021.
Next year. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So how many classes are you have to take? Well, how many classes more you have to take to finish your studies?
Like how
Courses.
many classes? I don't know. How many classes? I don't know. I know that, well, 3 semesters and an extra electiva. Because when my husband got sick, I had to stop studying. So there is a subject that I have to repeat, to take again.
So 3 semesters more. It means
Yeah,
how many courses do you take per semester? Two, three,
three.
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 So at about 9 courses more.
9, yeah, and 10 with the extra.
Okay. And do you have any other plans regarding the place where you work, or the place where you live, or other family plans?
Yeah, well, regarding my family, well, regarding like personal things I want to do is a trip. About my family, we want to have a second baby because we always we said, like, we talk about this and we said that when my son Oliver is 5 years, we want to have another baby because he will be like big enough to do many things by himself, and it's not too much time like separated, so they will have time to play together, that new baby. So that's one of the plan that we have. And another plan, I want, when as soon as I graduate, I want to I don't know how to say that, to participate, to work at a public school, because that was like the first thing that I wanted to be a good English teacher for kids that don't study in a bilingual school. Because I'm studying English because my English teachers in high school they were Spanish teachers. So one of the things that I wanted to do, like right, was to study, to prepare, to be a good English teacher, but to work at a public school. I think they really need it. There are, I mean, bilingual kids that go attend a bilingual school, they have many things like great teachers, native teachers from the States, that maybe at public school there are not. So I want to prepare myself and I would like to participate and work at a public school.
Okay, great. Have you ever lived abroad in an English-speaking country?
No, I haven't. I have never traveled abroad.
Okay, good. Well, finally, so your son is in preschool, and I don't know if in the school where in the place where he's studying there is primary school, or if you plan to move him to other place for him to continue his studies in the future.
Yeah, I would love that he studies in the school where I work, but it's too expensive. So that's another plan that I have. As soon as I finish this career, I want, yeah, of course, that he studies in the place that I work. Because it is a bilingual school, it is an amazing school. There are many big spaces for him to run because he's studying in a small kindergarten. It's a house, like a 2-floor house. It's very small, but I would like I would like him to study in another place.
But if you stayed in the place where you currently work, would you have a discount for your son to study there?
Yeah, we do. We have a 6% discount, but it's not enough. I'm afraid because the discount is for the monthly payment, but not for transportation and not for the restaurant service. So those things we have to pay those things the full price.
Yeah,
So I think my husband and I we can afford it, but we will be able to save money or to go out during the weekends. We will be our budget will be super tight.
Yeah, 6% discount is not enough. It's a small discount. Well, anyway, you want him to speak English, you can teach him. Do you speak English to him?
No, because I don't know, that bilingual process is so complex, and he has not travels issues, but he's a little behind, in his speaking process. He's a little behind. He's not pronouncing the beginning of the words. And so what I have heard is that English and Spanish, that combination will make him speak Spanish later.
Well,
Later, no,
it would take longer for him to decide the language that he would like to speak, but
exactly.
it's okay. I mean, he would understand both, and he would he would use both, but well, it is what I just told you is the case when parents use both languages since the baby is born. But your son is 3 years old now, so he would start. He would understand both languages after some time, and it would take him some time to use both. but it would be okay.
Well, we're trying. Like, I heard he says blue, like some colors, because in the school they teach some words like isolated words like that, and I try, but I'm afraid, and I don't feel it. I speak in English with him, like saying I love you to him. It's like if I don't mean it, I don't feel like that emotional connection um,
When you
to the
speak English to
English.
him.
I
Well,
don't feel it.
I know. Well, but anyway, you can. If you don't, if you cannot have him in a bilingual school, you could actually work with him to help him learn more English at home.
Yeah, yeah, we are in the process.
Okay, Mayra, actually didn't get any mistake in this interview. Congratulations, you have a very good English level. Anyway, I have a rubric that I will upload tonight at
Thank
11.
you.
So at 11, I will upload all the feedback of all your feedback and your classmates' feedback of these interviews that I'm having tonight.
Okay, teacher.
Okay,
Okay, okay.
good. Thank you, Mayra.
Thank
See
you.
you in a week.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye, Leo.
I see you.
Leonardo, how are you doing?
Today was a normal day in this quarantine. it was making some class plans
Uh-huh. What did you plan for your classes?
for children,
Uh-huh.
so for children and some teenagers.
Are you using any platform to teach them?
No, personal classes and a new institute that has Confamiliar
Uh-huh.
and Confamiliar and Polytech, but by now is anything is in standby.
But well, you have your personalized classes, so you go to. Are you going to the places to teach the lessons, or how are you doing with that?
No, by now, no. By now, since the last week, we stopped all the classes. But now they like that they give the classes by a platform like Sky. What else? There are any platform
But
they
so
like.
are you going to start using the platforms to teach your classes?
But I am watching some classes. Yes, I'm taking a special class with the Carlos Slim Foundation.
Uh-huh.
They have it's a designer of web environment. It's something like to design
Web
your own
page.
class with your own page to use. It's like a little. It's a kind of Moodle, but in a little in a little context.
But
But it's good.
you are teaching classes to people who work for that place, right?
Yeah.
So those classes are for adults.
Yes, for adults, but now is is stopping, in all things. But uh, when if it is I think it is will be better, getting better. Yes, getting better. Yes, I think it's this advisement to the to the natural
Ah, okay, I got it.
Yes, it's a number. Yes, we have to,
Be careful.
yes, be careful with the natural. For example, here in the Putumayo, we are very lucky because
Yeah.
we don't have anything with
Case.
illness, any case, and all the gates are totally closed by the indigenous. We have a border with the Ecuador, so
Uh-huh.
some people came here to pass because we have a international bridge and a river. The river
Uh-huh.
Putumayo is one of the border with the Ecuador and Peru. Yes, but the Peru is selvatic. It's a jungle. It's a total jungle. It is beautiful. You can see blue dolphins.
Uh-huh.
It's beautiful. It's a pure jungle.
Nice. But
Yes,
I didn't get if the borders are closed or they are
yes,
still open. They're
yes, they are.
closed.
The border are totally closed. They are the army, the armies and the police are watching that,
Uh-huh.
and the indigens also the indigens are
The
very
indigenous too.
the indigenous too. So, for example, if someone pass the because the border is too long, no?
Uh-huh.
Pass is difficult because it has to pass the border by uh, ship. Yes, by the ship. But the person and in Ecuador, the person didn't didn't they they don't leave the person leave the pass the border. Yes. So, but there are indisciplined person that they go to the river here. In Puerto Asís is normal, or because they know there are no cases. But
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was
uh,
thinking about it. What have you heard about indigenous people comments or what do they say? Have you heard it say something about this situation?
about the agents, no, because I since a week I am here. Take care myself and my mother because I live with my mother, so I have to take care her because he's 60 60 years old, so I have to care. So no, and my three cats, but
Okay, yeah, that's important. So be careful with that. Okay, what did you do today? How did you change your routine?
no, I woke up normally at 5:30 o'clock, even even earlier, earlier,
Uh-huh.
earlier is the same. As soon I worked in the school. I woke up at 5:30. At 5:30, I drank a glass of water. Then I took a shower. The same. I got I got a breakfast. So I I I I didn't go. No, I didn't get out. No,
Uh-huh.
but the same. I try to study because I have things. For example, I'm doing the two projects of the university. So I don't know how to say no hay mal porque que bien por bien no venga because I am very concentrated in the on the university and my new work in the platforms.
You're busy, yeah.
Yeah, and for example, I say I love to show to my students videos. I download videos, yes, in
Uh-huh.
English or so I say when there's no internet, because I go to the country outside the Mocoa, and maybe in some places there are all full screen, yes, but there's no internet, yes. So
Uh-huh.
I was searching about what I what could I do, yes. So I found a program that you can do your own games, yes, and you can upload in a special platform, and you don't need a lot knowledge about programmation.
Have you used Educa Play?
Yes, what? Excuse me, teacher.
Educa Play. You can also.
That yes,
That's the one that you're using.
Educa Play, and for example, I don't know what's the name now. It's very good. It's a very special adventure. The name of the program is Adventure. Yes, and for example, in Spain they use that the doctors to show to the future doctors, the teacher doctors to the future doctors,
Uh-huh.
how they operate. And there are different levels, and from a low level to the advantage level. When you in the advantage level, you can do games like I don't know, Games of Thrones. But it's,
Okay.
yes, but it's very interesting because you can do a gamification, and I love doing, for example,
Uh-huh.
Kahoots, and I knew the last semester with the last teacher that teaches now in England,
Jimena.
Jimena. Jimena did a Kahoot, and it's very interesting. And all the people la- loves because I did with the adults, and
Uh-huh.
they are very happy, very happy. It's very interesting,
It's motivated, yeah.
very motivated. Yes.
So, what is going on in the schools in that area of the country is that they are on vacations.
I don't know the if the pandemic is cures cure if the pandemic cures, we'll start the class in 2 months, like
Okay.
the president says, no?
Uh-huh.
Said
But
that's the excuse me.
but the thing is that I guess that area of the country, in that area of the country, the internet connection is not a good one, or maybe not everybody has access to internet.
No, the thing is that not all the teachers know how use the platforms. Yes. For example, in my last school, Tucanitos, I started with blogs for all the courses, for second, for fifth, they love. Yes, so it's because it's more work, no? It's more work, but it's very interesting, very interesting. One of my advantage because I
Because you study online, so you know something
yes,
about
something about it, and it's for me it's not too difficult. Not too difficult. We since I started to study in this university, I used to do this
it. Uh-huh. Exactly.
exactly. So
So, but are you required to prepare classes for the future weeks in a platform, or what you were asked by the school was to wait?
I'm um I lately I am I was discovering, and I am take advantage PowerPoint, so you can do games. So in this university, I another, in 2 years ago,
Uh-huh.
a teacher um, uh, asked for us to do a game. Yes. So since that occasion, I am very happy when I do. So I am very happy doing that things, and I'm discovered that is very creative. So, and there are others, but PowerPoint is the best because it's the only one that you can do directly in your PC. Because in another you have, for example, others I can remember now. You have to stay in online. What is my interest in adventure? Because with adventure, you can do your own your adventure doesn't doesn't ha- doesn't doesn't have a lot space in your hard disk. It's very. I recommend you, teacher, and it's very.
Okay.
It's very. If you have classes with teenagers or adults, it's very.
It's a good
It's
tool.
not too easy. It's not easy. It's not too easy, but it's not too difficult. It's only you have to
What's the name?
adventure,
Adventures.
adventure. No, there are, and for example, I got a certificate with Scratch. Scratch,
No.
Scratch is, Scratch is a way to teach, or you learn to make programming by blocks. Yes, by blocks, but exact example, move move left, move right, da da da. It's very it's funny. It's funny.
Well, I need to
So
try it because I haven't used it before.
yes, it's Scratch. The name is Scratch, and I show to my students when I was a teacher in Tucanes y Tucanitos.
Uh-huh.
So I say we did some projects. For example, we did to write their names by Scratch. Very Scratch is very entertaining. Yes, because when you don't have any work, despachado, you can you can you can do. I love doing that. Yes, because I am very lonely person. The only way I go out is in my bike. So in my bike, I love to riding by tree, no, reading uh, so fast. So
So you
I don't
enjoy,
have.
you enjoy doing things on your own without
Okay, yes,
anybody.
yes. So for me, it's gonna be too difficult the quarantine because I am a lonely
You are
person.
used to it.
But it's different, no? It's different because
Yes, I mean, we are not used to be at home that amount of time and that amount of days. But well,
yes,
we will get
yes,
used.
you we have to be very careful on those in this month. I'm going to be, for example, you give a more amount to the more amount to the things, for example. But I live another occasion when I was in the avalanche because I live the avalanche, so I see the things bad things, a very sad person, 2 or 5 blocks near here. I almost my 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 sister's family dead. They are for a miracle alive. It was very so. Here in Mokwai is we are just used to be we used to be to live that because here is it was it is a special department. It's very
Yeah, you just lived a difficult experience a couple of years ago.
yes, and the last year we was very so near to repeat
Oh,
that, and we are in danger. We know,
my goodness.
so we live here, and so the show is continue, must continue.
Okay. Well, Leonardo, um, I will upload the feedback of your oral test by 11 tonight, and we will meet again in a week for our usual virtual encounters, right? So that first midterm ends at the end of this month, the 31st, and we will start the second one in April. But we will have our next encounter will be on. Okay, next week is 31st, March 31st.
Oh yes,
For a
it
normal,
will.
we'll meet for a normal
It's
virtual encounter.
it will be very good because it's for me it's very special to study with you with your because we are here very isolated now. It's very now we are very isolated. There is a so.
Yeah, so it's good to have to talk to somebody else.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
teacher.
Leonardo, thank you. See you in a week.
Okay, see you.
Have a good night.
Nice. Okay, Hannes. Good night. Bye.
Bye bye. Henry,
Hello, Miss.
hello. Well, Henry, tell me about your day. What did you do today?
Oh my day. Obviously, as I don't know, but in this quarantine, it has been a different experience because I never imagined that I have to stay at home every hour. 7 or 15 days more. I don't know, but what will happen in a week.
Are you a
But
very sociable person?
yeah, I'm a social person, but as you know, we have every person had a different lifestyle,
Uh-huh.
and my schedule is I I, I used to wake up at 5 a.m.
Uh-huh.
and I have prepared all things about my my job. Yep. And after that, um, I go with my wife to the to a specific avenue in order to because she has to take the bus
Yes.
because her her school has a special bus in order to pick them up and take them to the school. Yeah.
Yes.
So this is my routine every morning. So I wake up. For example, this morning I woke up at 6 because I had a meeting. We had a meeting from 6 a.m. until 9:30, and after that, my wife she made breakfast. We had um, tacos, yeah, tacos, cheese, eggs, cheese, eggs, and agua panela.
Uh-huh.
because we are in quarantine and we're trying to save as much as possible
Sure.
food.
We don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, it's been a little different because I didn't imagine that. So I
No,
think
that was like kind of crazy for everybody. It was like that's why I think a lot of people didn't believe about the
mhm,
seriousness of this disease
yeah,
because it's so uncommon
mhm,
that we couldn't believe it.
yeah. So after that, I cleaned the house, um, and then my wife told me, "Hey, you have to make the lunch." So
Okay.
because we had a um, like we had I have to say it like a pacto. How do you say that, teacher?
A
Like
what?
un pacto or un
Ah, a
pacto, an
deal.
agreement, a deal, an agreement about the quarantine because for example, if she prepares breakfast, I had to prepare lunch, and then she had to prepare dinner. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and this is the rhythm. So I try to to cook different things
Are you
because
learning how to cook or are you good at cooking?
no, I'm not good at cooker. I'm good at cooker. I'm good at cooking, but sometimes I try to learn different things. Try to invent new recipes about different style of food.
Uh-huh.
Um, I enjoy so much. I enjoy mm, rices, rice, yeah, and sudados. I don't know how to say that.
Did you cook
Mm,
rice tonight today for lunch?
yes, a little bit, a little bit because I think it is rice is important in our lunch.
Okay. And what
So
about
she doesn't like rice, but me, I like it.
your rice is better?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And what about your job at school? So you have to prepare classes for your students online.
Yeah, I had to prepare classes online because, as we know, um, I had to prepare virtual encounters with them. We are trying to make activities like listening, reading, reading comprehension. Um, as a teachers, we are not taking new topics because it is a little difficult for them to understand the topics, the new topics. So we prefer to make a short review about all the topics that they already saw. So it's everything is it's changed. It had changed because, for example, I had to keep contact with with the with the parents. And they say, "Hey, teacher, I had a question about this. I had a question about that." Like, we have to be available almost, yeah, every day because it's a private school and it is it is our customer. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but I think we are, in a way, we are lucky
Hmm.
because we can continue with our jobs online. I
Yeah,
know that
it's
a lot of people just had to go on vacations because the companies closed.
hmm
So they are at home like on vacations,
yeah,
but we have the opportunity to continue working. So that's something good for us.
yeah. So that's it. And in the afternoon, what is I'm gonna do? Um, I start to read a book. It's a book that I brought from United States, and it is very interesting because he teaches about the heaven. And it's a documentary about a man who who died, and in that book he expressed his thoughts about his experience. So it's really interesting. It's not like a Christian book. It's kind of um, a little bit. So
A man who died and tells his experience.
yeah, he in that book he describes his experience about the feelings that he had when he he died.
Okay.
But um, he is alive. So okay, he was alive some years ago. So, and what else? What did I do? Watching TV. I watched TV, and I started working on Dexway because I need to work on it. So and I was doing that.
Okay. Good, Henry. Well, so next week is the end of the month. We will have a normal
Encounter.
virtual encounter. Uh, I don't know if you already took the midterm written
Yeah,
test.
this morning. Yeah, in the afternoon I did the midterm. Um, I almost forgot it because today was is supposed to be the last day. So I put in my agenda, and that is something I did today.
Okay, good. So for the rest of the week, you just have to work on the project.
Mhm.
And next week, we will start like the second term.
Okay.
So you will see like new information in the virtual room, but we will have the normal encounter next Tuesday.
Okay.
And tonight by 11 p.m. I will upload the feedback of your performance, your
Mhm.
oral test.
Okay.
And well, that's all. That's
Okay.
all for
Thank you so
today.
much.
Thank you, Henry.
Have a good night. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Juan, how are you? I can hear you very well.
Now, can you hear me?
Uh huh. Now I can hear
No,
you.
I have to. Okay.
Okay, good. Well, Juan, as I told you at the beginning, just gonna ask you a couple of questions about your future plans. So I would like to know how many courses you have to take to finish your studies to graduate, and how long do you think it's gonna take you to finish those courses? That's well, the first question.
How many courses?
Yes.
Oh my God. This semester I have to take one apart from English, one, and next semester I wanna take three. I will take three courses, four, and next year is missing. Yeah, the courses that I have to this year. I believe 7 courses, 8 courses next year, plus these courses, this year's courses, and I hope to to graduate. Um, when I believe in 2020, 2020, 22nd, I believe, yeah, because I expect to finish next year at the end of the next year. I hope with the project, if I have to do it, or with the co-terminal, yeah, I hope that I can. I hope I expecting to finish my undergraduate program, next year at the end of the next year. But as we know, I will graduate the next year.
Uh-huh. Okay. And you have to make plans for the future?
Have I made
Uh,
plans?
yes, like if you like to make plans and if you have probably thought about what you would like to do when you finish your studies.
Okay, my dream is is to teach, yeah, in a public school. Yeah, I would like to start teaching in a public school. Uh, that is what I want. Yeah, when I finish. However, I don't know if, for example, next year I will be teaching, but teaching primary kids. Yeah, because this year I participated in a contest. Yeah, on a contest for primary teachers. So I hoped to pass. I hope to pass and and in that way to start my career. Yeah, to start my career.
Great. So that would be for a private school, right?
No, in a public school. It's about a public school too. Yeah, it's a public contest. Um, yeah, but it's for teaching kids. Yeah, for teaching kids. I don't like teaching kids. When I graduate, um, I hope to teach first of all, secondary secondary teenagers, teens,
Yes.
secondary
Teenagers. You would like to
secondary
teach
teenager.
teenagers.
Yeah. However, I would like to start with this. Meanwhile, I finish the program.
Well, I didn't know that it was possible to have to participate in the contest uh, just a couple of months before you graduated. I guess it's because it will be in a small town, right?
This contest, actually, I participated in. I don't know. I'm expecting on I waiting. I don't know. I'm waiting for the results. Yeah, I'm waiting for the results. And but it's a long process. You know that public contests are take take a time. Yeah,
Take some
take
time. Yes.
yeah. So, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay, good. And you have other plans regarding the place where you live or trips?
Um, this year, okay, I haven't been to the sea, yeah, and I would like, if I can, I believe yes, and I would like, uh, or my wife and I would like to go to the sea at the end of the year, yeah, on in the same in December, yeah, and at the middle of the year, yeah, vacation. But I believe that I don't know if my wife will have vacation because of everything what is happening now. But and we have planned to go to my family's my wife's family. Yeah, this at the middle. It's a town near Medellin too. Yeah, it's here in Antioquia. So those are the trips we have planned uh, this year. Yeah.
Okay, great. Uh, you are self-employed, right, Juan Pablo?
Yeah.
How has this crisis of the virus has changed your habits or your routine? How has it make it different? Uh, yes.
Mm, no, no. I work in my house. Yeah. No, it doesn't affect anything related to maybe to go outside. Maybe my usual how can I say it? My usual routine was to go maybe to the church. Now I can't. That's maybe the drastic change I have had. But when the difference with this virus now, with I work in my house, but my wife's a teacher, so she has been with me in these days, and she will be for a long time, I believe.
Okay. You have the opportunity to meet the people who belong to your church by using the technology, by using a platform, a chat, or
Mm, no, yet. We are planning. Actually, um, we are planning to get contact with some young people which belong to the church. I am a leader, yeah, in my church, in in this field. I work with the young people in my church. So with my team, we have planned uh, to to get contact with them, yeah, through the phone, yeah, through call. They don't have access to internet, so we have to act in another way, yeah. Maybe I don't know. A young woman was telling me about a tripartite, llamada tripartita, something like that. But we are going to try do that to communicate in order to communicate with our young people.
okay, great, good. I'm not gonna ask you any other question, Juan. I will upload the feedback of your assessment by
Okay.
11 tonight. Uh, if you have not taken the midterm, the written midterm, you will have the opportunity to take it by or before midnight tomorrow.
Actually, I have.
You already took it? Okay,
Yeah.
great. And by Monday, by next Monday, you will see in the virtual room the new task for the second term, and we will
Uni.
have for
Okay.
the second term. It will
Uni
be
1B.
exactly.
Uni. Okay. And the next week of next week, will we work? Yeah.
Yes, we will have our normal virtual encounters next Tuesday, so on till the end of the semester. So
Okay.
I will send you guys an email very soon to let you know what will be the topic that we will discuss in our next virtual encounter next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Yeah. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, teacher.
Well,
Thank
that's
you.
all. Thank you, Juan Pablo. Have a good
Okay.
night.
You too. See you.
Thank you. Bye bye.